Alright, question number 15 has no directions. But we can just read it. Is 3x plus 2 a factor of 3x to the 5th plus 20x to the 4th plus 9x to the cubed minus 92x squared minus 60x? Well, usually in these problems they have directions in bold, and then there it is. Determine if the given factor is a factor of each polynomial. Explain your reasoning. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to use long division, or you can use synthetic division, or you can use both, and then we get an answer. So let's do that. Let's do long division first. We'll do synthetic division, and then we'll write our answer. So basically we need to determine if it's a factor or not. To do that, you're going to use long division. So let's do long division. Class, what do I put here? 3x plus 2. And then I just write that as my dividend. Follow along. Class, how many times is 3x going to 3x to the 5th? Remember, if you get stuck, you can write out the side problem. And if these cross off, what do you get? How many x's? X to the 4th. That might be the hardest part of long division. Okay, go ahead and multiply. Class, what do you get? 3x to the 5th. Okay, this is the second hardest part. What do we have to do next? We've got to subtract. Remember, this is how you know you're doing it correctly. These first ones will be identical. And then we do it again and it'll be identical. We do it again and it'll always be identical, that first one. Class, 3 minus 3? 20 minus 2. 18. 18x to the 4th. Now what? Bring down the 9. Class, how many times is 3x going to 18x to the 4th? Let's write that out. Here's my side problem. (6x cubed). Class, go ahead and multiply. 18x to the 4th. Now we get to the hard one, subtract. (9 minus 12). Positive or negative? Uh-oh, the numbers are getting big. Class, how many times is 3x going to a negative 3x cubed? Remember, if you get confused, you can write out the factors like I'm doing here. And then 3x. Cancel out. And we're left with what? Negative x squared. Do you guys see that one? Let's see if we did it correctly. If you multiply those, what do you get? See? That's how you know you're doing it correctly. They'll always be the same. Negative x squared times 2. Oh no. We gotta subtract. Negative 3 minus a negative 3. 0. Negative 92 minus negative 2. Oh no, it's not 94. Remember, it's the opposite of negative 2, which is a positive 2. So this is negative 92 plus 2 gives you negative 90x squared. Okay, some student mentioned to me earlier, which I didn't catch. in this problem right away. Do you see how it's missing a constant? You can put a plus 0. We can use that later. So negative 60x. Class, how many times is 3x going to negative 90x squared? Let's do a side problem. Negative 1 times 30 times 3 times x. And then I have 3x. What's our answer going to be? Negative 30x. Multiply, what do you get?
You get 90x squared.
Uh-huh. Basically, when you're subtracting something that's the same, equals 0. Right? Think about that. 3 minus 3. 7 minus 7 equals 0. So negative 90 minus negative 90, that equals 0. Negative 60 minus negative 60, that gives you 0. So I didn't need this one. Okay. That was really long. That's why they call it
Long division.
long division. All right, let's do synthetic division. Do you think this will go faster? And we already did all the work over here. Okay. Let's do synthetic division together. Uh-oh, this is a tough one. But we can do it. I'm not going to be scared. You shouldn't be scared either. Partner A, tell partner B, what number do you think you would put here on the outside? Ready, set, go. Class, are we going to put a negative 2? Ooh. Remember, you need to set this one equal to 0. So 3x plus 2 equals 0. How do I solve for x there? Divide by 3 or subtract? Remember, you're always doing PEMDAS is for simplifying. So if you didn't know this. But when you are adding, I'm not adding, you're solving, you go up. Does that make sense? So in this case, it's kind of telling you start with addition and subtraction. So we're going to subtract 2 first. We're left with 3x equals a negative 2. And then we do multiplication and division. So divided by 3. X is equal to a negative 2/3. Raise your hand if you got negative 2/3. Now, do you think that's going to be fun to work with?
No.
But we're not scared. We're not scared. Okay, what numbers do I put over here? 3, 29, negative 92. Oh, wow, this is going to be fun. Negative 60. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. All right, bring down 3. It's okay if you need to do side problems. Negative 2/3 times 3. Anything cancel? Yep. And you're left with what? Negative 2. 20 times negative 2? I'm sorry, what did I say? You're adding.
Oh, man.
18. You can kind of not cheat. You kind of already did the work, didn't you? Look. Remember that? Okay, negative 2/3 times 18. So negative 2/3 times 18 over 1. Do you see the 3 in the numerator? So again, this is what people call cross-canceling. Really, 18 is 6 times 3, and a lot of people would do something like this. They'll cross off the 3 and the 18, when you're crossing off the 18, essentially you're crossing off a 3 and you're left with a 6. So negative 2 times 6 gives us negative 12. Oh, yeah, it doesn't go there. Why did you put it there, Mr. Amy? And if you add those together, what do you get? Negative 3. So now I need to multiply negative 2/3 times negative 3. 2? 3's cancel. Negative times negative is a positive. You are correct. That is 2. Negative 92 plus 2. Let's go ahead and now negative 90 times negative 2/3. Negative times negative is a positive. 3 goes into 90 30 times. 30 times 2 is 60. And negative 60 plus 60 is 0. Class, why did I put a box around the 0? It's the remainder. Okay, so the question is 3x plus 2 a factor? Yes. 3x plus 2 is a factor because, there's my explain word, because what? Because there is no remainder. There is no remainder. Okay, you're going to get upset at me, okay? No, we did it right. This is why you might be upset with me. Because we have some reading skills. I'll come back to this. It says, determine if the given factor is a factor of each polynomial. Explain your reasoning. Does it say synthetic or long division? So you don't need to do both. You're going to have to know how to do both on the quiz on Friday. But one of these might be easier for you. But if I explicitly tell you use one, then you have to. Okay?